or we can do the Am I the Asshole? Which is fun.
Wait, what's that?
It's like these stories of people who are seeking validation and always know they were kind of being an asshole, and they ask, given
So
their
just getting
scenarios,
confirmation.
how much of an asshole they're being, and then people say, yeah, you were being a real prick. Or they're like, no, you were 100% in the right, which it's never 100% in the right, because otherwise, like, no one has to be like, oh, I gave $6 to a homeless person. Am I an asshole? Like,
I have one. I have one of my own personal life. Okay, so
Yeah,
here's
let's
the
go.
deal. Jeremy's wedding, as many of you know, was not too long ago, and there was a big jar for everyone to throw cash into for like, you give as this wedding gift. It was like here, the honeymoon fund or whatever it said, and I didn't put any money in.
What did Taylor just say? Tact?
No, Pabst. Like, it was a joke that they were going to get more Pabst Blue Ribbon for the wedding. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
So I didn't put any money in, and here's why. I paid for Jeremy's MMA subscription, and he never went. $1,400 I had to pay for him not too long ago, about 8 months ago. Had to write a check for $1,400 to cover Jeremy's MMA training that he never went to over at the gym. So I feel like he gets no wedding present. I was there. That's it. Am I an asshole? I never even mentioned it to him.
You should have given him at least something for the occasion, but I can understand not giving him something big, because $1,400, that's more than I guarantee anybody else there gave him, other than like a parent maybe. But, or I don't know. I don't know the scenario really. But you should have given him at least, like, throw him a 20, or maybe a toaster that you don't like anymore. Just something. Just because it is the occasion.
I would have done a token gift too, right? And also, I feel like you could have given a gift appropriate for this crowd, and it wouldn't have stung too much, right? Like, I think a lot of other people may have been giving things in the $25 range. And if you had dropped in $25, then, the real gift is the $1,400, obviously. But
yeah, I already dropped in $1,400, so I think I'll just leave it there.
Mike?
I'd be pretty pissed off if you didn't actually
Plus, you have to keep in mind, like, my relationship with Jeremy has always been one of me, like, covering him, like, everywhere at any time. Like, I'm always buying his drinks. I'm always like when we go on road trips, I just know that, like, Jeremy fuel is a Red Bull, a pack of Marlboro Reds, and a candy bar. And as long as and every morning I gotta buy him one because he didn't bring any fucking money on the work trip. So, like, nah, Jeremy gets no gift. No, I came, I saw, and I left. But I'm not gonna.
You left pretty early too, didn't you? So
I left right after the ceremony.
Kyle,
yeah,
I love you like a boyfriend,
the reception,
but I'm gonna say you're the asshole in this one. I'm gonna give. I think you should have given him what would be a token gift to you would have been a gift for the crowd, a gift that fit the ceremony.
Yeah, you should have given something at least worth like $20, $25. Like,
or
not
$25.
Much, just something to show that you gave a shit about his special day. But I understand not getting anything more than that because you have supported the guy and paid for a lot more than your fair share.
I definitely understand. Yeah, but on work trips, by the way, like, you fund it. I mean, no one out here, I don't think, spent a dime the whole time they were on the team building trip. Every meal's provided, every trip, all the gas, all the, like,
his cigarettes and his Red Bull, like these are luxury items.
Could have bought him a carton of Marlboro Reds. Perfect.
He'd have liked that.
I don't know. I mean, it does seem like, the things like
you
that.
You didn't buy Chiz cigarettes, did you?
He didn't smoke. I didn't.
If he had smoked, but
I
you
wouldn't have.
If he'd been like, "Hey, Woody, I need a pack of Marlboros. Let's go."
I wouldn't have.
Like, you would have done the whole time he was there.
He didn't. Yeah, and like as a non-smoker, like, you really would know if someone had smoked. When I picked him up, he had smoked recently. I could smell it on him. I guess he got off the bus and had a cigarette, and then I'm about positive he didn't have another cigarette until we left. Yeah.
He was sneaking out at like 2 a.m. like a 14-year-old, then coming back in and showering real quick.
He would have to do all that. I mean, he slept inside in the guest bed. There's no way he, like, has a cigarette and then comes back and sleeps in our bed, and I don't know that he was smoking a cigarette.
I think you give yourself too much credit for smoke detection. Like definitely, if you kiss a girl who has smoked, you know it. Mm-hmm. If it's a smoker's jacket, like if you smoked a pack wearing these, you can smell this jacket and know it. but I think you could go smoke a cigarette, chew some gum, walk back inside, and you wouldn't know it. As long as you weren't like there's different ways that if you smoke and you're just like blowing the smoke and like living in a cloud of it, like really like
Humphrey
I love
Bogart puffs.
yeah. If there's just like a trail of smoke, like going, but if you're in the wind and you're like blowing it away from you and you're like keeping your hand away from your body and then you wash your hand, like that's what smells to, in my opinion, what like if I've smoked, I could always smell my hand and like I would smell the cigarette right there, and I could definitely like taste it on my breath. But
Mike,
if I
non-smoker.
I don't smoke. I absolutely hate smoking.
All right, so
but like
that's
my
perfect.
ex-girlfriend used to smoke though, and I hated it. And then she used to blow it out, and I would actually never know. So.
Well, I apparently have a superpower because I would trust her. I'll put it right next there to my ability to resist electroshocks.
Electricity, yeah. Which is unproven, by the way. I don't know what you're basing that. I've seen you get electrocuted several times, like to effect. Like,
shut up! I'm hanging on to this.
like I've hit you with a stun gun. Like it worked.
No, it didn't.
I'll bring the stun gun on the trip. That'll be
Bring it! Bring your stun gun. You got nothing.
That'll be fun for some entertainment. Little stun gun action at paintball.
People will volunteer to get stunned. Just make sure they're 18.
My thing is I like tasing people.
Who doesn't?
And yeah, like there's a huge difference. Like a stun gun is like, zzz, haha, I shocked you a little, right? Yeah, you felt it buzz. It hurt a little, huh? But tasing is like, yeah, you're fucked now, aren't you? You are so fucked. Like it's complete like incapacitation. Like you're on the ground shaking in horrible pain.
He tried to tase me.
Big difference.
I took the clips out of my pec and then shocked him back.
Those are absolute. Yeah. Oh, what are you, Wolverine? Like, it's complete falsehood. Like, nothing like that happened.
No, I believe it.
That's one of the things that I always say no to. Like I don't want to get shot with a taser at all, not even a little bit. I'm happy to shoot others, but I don't want any part of that.
Do you guys want an Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So my story. Oh, sorry if my story doesn't flow well. Let's start off with some background story. Me and my ex, let's call her Amber, used to date 2 to 3 years ago for quite a long period. There was never anything serious. It's a long time for inserious. A few weeks ago, she started sending me nudes, trying to get my interest again. She looks good, and I'm totally sexually attracted. However, she of course wants a relationship, and I couldn't imagine myself loving her back. Heck, I can't even imagine us holding hands. Simple reason is that she can be very embarrassing to hang out with, and our personalities are too different. Now, I explain this to her, and she keeps sending me nudes because I show appreciation for them. Why wouldn't I? They look amazing. But at the end of the day, she wants to get back together, and I just like seeing nudes. Am I the asshole for giving her false hope?
That's pretty harsh to be embarrassed by her. She must be.
Do we have any nudes?
Yeah. We need to see these.
If you could forward those along, I feel like we could make a more informed judgment call. That matters. No, I don't know. I don't understand the debacle here. You tell her.
I don't get it.
You tell her, you tell her the truth that you don't want a relationship, but you would like to continue getting nudes from her.
But
he
hasn't
and maybe do
done
some other
that.
stuff.
He says that he's leading her on. He's giving her false hope, is what he actually says, and he shows appreciation for him. So he says things like, he did say, I explained this to her. So he explained that he didn't want to go out with her. But he also says things like, baby, these look amazing. Oh my God, thank you so much. And she keeps sending nudes. He's giving her
There's
false
nothing
hope.
wrong with saying that.
No, there's not.
That's not leading her.
It would be weird if he said nothing.
Yeah. I don't see how that's leading her on. Like
she likes him. She wants a relationship with him. He's saying, you look great naked, but he doesn't want a relationship with her. I feel like he's friend zoning her.
She went in the wrong order. She went 0 to 60, and he's not even in the car. Like
No, this isn't the friend zone. This is the fuck zone. This is where you want to be. I don't understand the problem here.
She doesn't want the fuck zone. She wants a relationship. She wants a relationship, and he's not telling her, baby, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Well, they already had that, and it didn't work. And so she should know.
No, you're not being an asshole. You should continue this, and you should try to have lots of sex with her. you should try to have lots and lots of sex with her, and you should send those pictures along so we know what we're looking at here, literally.
Exactly. And I wish you would have given an example of what the embarrassing thing was. Was it just an annoying laugh? Was she like saying wildly racist things loud at the Olive Garden? Like, oh, these breadsticks are great. Wish we weren't being served by a Jew.
There's more.
Or like,
There's more to this. Edit. I've told her she's a good-looking girl and I appreciate her attempt, but I am in no way looking for a relationship. Not now, not next week, never. It won't work, period. All right? I've told her this multiple times, and she would stop for a few weeks and then suddenly sent them again. And I'm just not talking about 1 or 2, but every single day, about 5. So
Nice.
five nudes a day. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I've explained the situation. I've ignored her pictures. It seems like she's aiming for a friends with benefits relation, but I can clearly tell she wants more. So
This guy's such a pussy.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're such a pussy.
This
You're
guy's
such a
losing
pussy that
me.
You're worried about her feelings, and she's not even. You're like, I hope I don't hurt her with my dick. You are the biggest pussy ever. Someone else should come along and fuck this chick. You suck. You're not an asshole. You're a pussy.
They're close.
They're
Get it?
close.
See
but
what I did?
Completely different. Completely different. You're a pussy.
Kyle
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head.
This
She
guy
wants
has
to-
lost me. I was on his side with the whole, yeah, you gotta hurt her. She wants a friends with benefits, hoping that she can leverage it into more. She is okay with the friends with the FWB thing. God.
You know what this is? This is an anonymous humble brag. That's what this is.
It
This
might
guy's
be,
humble brag.
or it may be one of those self-hating men. He's just afraid that like I read that thing on Tumblr that said that there is no such thing as consensual sex because like a woman can't. It was this whole thing. It said like all vaginal sex is rape, and like there's guys on there like I see the point, like trying, and it's just like what's your motivation there? No, this guy's a pussy. Someone else should be fucking this chick. She's not just sending those pictures to you, just so you know. There's a reason she's taking so many. Like there's a bunch of people getting those pictures. She wants to fuck you and some other people. She wants dick, and you're a pussy. Don't worry, she'll get it somewhere else. Like she's already fucked somebody else by the time we reply to this. You fucked up.
Yeah, that guy's.
Like, you don't
kind of a
always have to
jackass.
be like worried you're gonna like hurt someone's feelings with your penis. Sometimes it's okay to just fuck someone. I don't understand where this guy's coming from at all. He's clearly wanted the D.
Yeah.
Doing your best to friend zone yourself, but you're failing at it, which is incredible.
Mike, did you answer
Yeah.
this?
See, I think I'm a bit different to Kyle.
You sensitive little fuck. Fuck her.
Yeah, pretty much. See, I'm the type of guy who, again, would prefer a relationship and have sex. So it's like, I'm a bit different in that regards. I wouldn't actually fuck her. So,
A single you would.
Define a relationship. What does that mean? Like, do you only want to have sex with someone if it's monogamous and you're like making breakfast for each other?
oh
Or
no,
cou-
no.
Or couldn't you imagine a scenario where just like you were dating like 5 different chicks and you just had sex with all of them and that was just the deal? Because that seems like an ideal thing if you just had like multiple girlfriends and they were like part-time girlfriends.
See, I don't know. Like, I'm more of a guy that is morely focused on like one girl at a time. I
don't understand.
I don't
What
know.
are you gonna
Like,
do with the double dildos you've got in each hand? Like you need more than one. Like
I don't know.
That's
Like, like if I'm interested in a girl, she will pretty much be the only girl that I would actually focus attention on. And I've also, I don't know. It's just I'm in a bit of a different situation. Maybe I'm a pussy, but I don't know. I all right. So if a girl was sending me nudes, but I didn't want a relationship, but I was open about it, and she just wanted to fuck, yeah, I'd probably do it. But I'd be honest with her at the same time. I'd be like, yo, this isn't actually gonna go anywhere. We're not gonna in a relationship. But if you still want to have anal on the side, yeah, that's fine.
No, but you'd have
Yeah.
to do all of that after.
What do you mean?
You can't lead into the situation with the diatribe of, oh, this is where so and so's going, and from here we do this and that, and just jump into it.
I saw.
All right,
I
so
saw a-
okay, yeah, I'd fuck her, have sex, everything, yeah, have a bit of fun. But then I'd be like, it's not actually going to lead into a relationship. I don't see that between us. If you want to carry on doing what we're doing, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
saw a video recently where they borrow a brand new Bugatti. I think those things are like $1.5 million or something. And basically, this guy who's a pretty good looking guy, I guess, like he's like a muscular guy wearing like a wife beater with like tattoos and stuff. He's sitting on the hood of it, and as hot girls walk by, he basically says, "Hey," he tries to pick them up. And he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, "You maybe want to go, I don't know, have some sex back at my place. It's just like 2 miles away." And she's like, the girls will be like, "Are we going in this?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, we're going in this." And they're down. They're down every time. He is asking hot chicks point blank. Maybe he's like, "Hey, I'm new in town. I don't have many friends. You're hot. I got my penthouse 2 miles away. Maybe we could go have some sex." And at first, they're always a little shocked, but he'll be like, "Come on." This one girl, he goes, "Come on, this is $1.5 million car. Let's go." And she's like, "All right, that good point." He opens the door and she's in. Another girl, like multiple girls do this, and then one of the little twists he does when the girl agrees to come with him, he goes, "Oh, actually, this is me right here," and there's a Dodge Neon parked behind it. Two of the girls were like, "Fuck this," and like walked away, but one girl got in the fucking Neon with him, and I was just like, nice. That's I don't know what you would call that. If it was a man, I would say he was a gentleman, but I guess just a lady. To think that she was hopping in the $1.5 million car and hopping the $6,000 car, and she was still gonna go have dinner with the guy. But he was picking these chicks up, and some of them were just going to dinner with him, but a lot of them it was just like sex. It was like, let's go fuck, and they were just like, deal. And so then Scott and I start looking at what a lease on that fucking car costs. I'm like, maybe we should work something out here. Maybe we get like a 12-month lease on this thing. We both chip in. Dude, it's like $400,000 down, $25,000 a month. 2,500 miles a year. That's all you get. So it's like, no, you'd be much better off just buying prostitutes. I think you could, $400,000 down. I think you get a lot of prostitutes with $400,000 down. But that car, I was shocked that women would just be like, and one girl was so embarrassed. She's like, "I didn't mean it."
Were you really shocked though? Like really?
So I know that you could pick chicks up with a car. I know that it would be easy to just be like, "Hey, get in the car, let's go." Like I've done that before, but I've never been like.
Or is the car just a little piece of the package? Like, do you remember PKA Dan?
Yeah.
Dan had a Volkswagen Jetta when he became newly single. Mike, if you don't know, I have a friend. He was probably 40 at the time. Really good-looking guy, though. And his wife was almost a cheater, and he broke up, and he became single at 40. But he was really fit, climber type dude. And he just, like, he was always working on the brand, he's like, this is my thing. He like post videos of him surfing, and he's always like in some sort of tight hiker shirt with a backpack on, which would make it like fit right. And his, like he'd do stuff just to pimp his, like, I don't even know, Plenty of Fish like profile or something to make the brand. And the car was part of it. So, in his case, I think he had a truck. Was his truck getting him laid? No, but it was a piece of the puzzle. It just didn't do it by himself.
This was
That's
different,
a distinct difference between a truck, which sells a whole package of things, and a $1.5 million car that sells, if you take up on this offer, the rest of your life could potentially be funded. Like everything from here on out, from this moment forward, could potentially be in the bag. Like,
it was so easy. It was shocking.
That's what the car is saying. That
Yeah.
if you're with me,
Yeah.
you'll never have to work again.
Yeah, there are no worries. There are no responsibilities. It's
Jackie
just fun.
got that, and I had a fucking station wagon at the time. I like to joke, but it's true. Jackie's, you know how like women stop working like before the baby's born sometimes? She stopped working 9 months before conception.
So an
That's
anticipatory
ultimate maternity leave.
gestation.
That's a nice deal.
It's a great deal.
I was shocked though that he could be that blunt about it and just be like, I could totally understand if they were willing to go, but he would literally say, we go and have some sex or something, and they're just like, what? Some sex? I just met you. So he's like, come on, it's $1.5 million car. Let's go. Or they'll say, are we going in this? And he'll be like, yeah, totally. And they'll go. Or they'll be like, I don't know. He's like, we're going in this. Okay. As soon as he brings the car into the mix, no matter what he's asked them to do, they're all down. And I saw Vitaly Z do a video where he picks up women in a Lambo or something without saying a word. He's good looking.
He's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he's just like, without a word, he's just like, hey. Like I'm saying hey, but he just goes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a regular looking actor.
And they just get in and go with him.
Who's a... Shit.
No, don't tell him. I want to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, there's the video. I think that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Ridiculous. They called it the gold digger prank.
I'll check that out in a second. I want to see.
That is what it is.
Top
All right.
comment: American woman equals horse.
So,
Of course, that's the YouTube comments. Just a cesspool of bigotry and venom.
before we watch the video, but like here, check out that guy. This is the guy that played the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He's also a sex offender. I believe he.
I heard that.
Yeah, underaged. I think.
You know, this is
Yeah.
Painkiller already. We don't judge people for sex offendership, right?
Just
Right?
saying. He raped a girl.
Did he really?
I judge people for that.
I'm pretty sure he raped a child. Yeah,
I shouldn't be making a joke out of it.
I think he's a child molester.
All right. Let's pretend we didn't know that and just say he's
Pick a different guy. Yeah, I love it. Woody's like, let's pick an average guy. He picks a rapist.
Well, fuck. I'm trying to think of it. Most actors are
Matthew
really good
Broderick.
looking.
How about him? Matthew
Broderick.
Broderick's he'd fit in anywhere. He's a good-looking guy, but he's not, he's not Brad Pitt. I think he's just,
I'll try.
good-looking guy.
Let's look him out. He's good. He's a regular guy now. He was really cute in back in the day. Oh wow. Okay,
Was
this
he?
works.
Where was he cutest? Do you think it was in
Ferris Bueller's
Bueller?
Day Off? Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
All right. I'm looking at this guy. He is not a Hollywood heartthrob at all. So, can that guy pick up a girl with the car?
Yes.
The molester that we were discussing.
No, the what? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't give you the new link. Gosh darn, it's a big picture.
Put a link of any human being on the planet, and if they have that $1.5 million car, they can do that.
Dude, totally. Yeah, this guy would get some very hot chicks.
Really?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick could still pull some ass. Totally.
I look at him and that hair does nothing for him. I don't know what hair he's supposed to rock because he's got like
it's HD and it's so up close and personal. We would all look like shit at that angle. I think he looks better than most of us would look for whatever reason. Like that's so up close in his face and such high definition. He's an older guy.
Did you click on it and shrink the image?
I mean, why would I shrink it?
Because you can see it all at one time. Maybe
I wanted to be able to zoom in on that weak ass mustache he's got.
He does have a weak mustache game. Yeah, I've got it shrunk, and I'm just looking at a more holistic view of him, and I don't know what to do with that hair. I feel like it's too long. It's definitely too long in the front. He's got like an emo thing going on. But what the hell is he supposed to do? Because he's got a 5 head and like a 7 in the sides.
You know, he killed some people with his car one time.
I think I do remember that. You know,
You're not picking very well.
He hasn't driven. He hasn't driven
Kyle's
since
pick.
that night.
Really?
He hasn't driven a car since that night. He killed those people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
he has no recollection of the crash. Yeah.
About this guy, Secondhand Lion, Sixth Sense, Littleface.
Oh
God,
gosh.
no, dude. Whatever happened to the Sixth Sense kid? Like, I feel like that movie warped him. Like he got ugly in a way that you just don't see very often. It's
Scared
a
him
real
so
shame.
much that his face stopped growing. It looks like.
like if you look like focus on his face and look at the center of it. Look how small the area that encompasses his mouth, eyes, and nose is.
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
Imagine a small oval drawn around his eyebrows. To like the top of the oval is his eyebrows, the bottom is his bottom lip, and look how tiny that face becomes, and then how huge his head is. It's freakish.
Yeah, his eyes, and like you're right. His eyes, the eyes, mouth, nose area is that of a 6-year-old, but he has a full-size grown-up head.
Although I'll say this, he looks a lot better with that beard. I feel like that's making his face look. This guy could pick up those chicks with that $1.5 million car.
I'm saying the other guy could. Anyone with the $1.5 million car.
I really think that like almost anyone could. I think you've got to be like gross. Like you got to be
Fat
like
bastard from Austin Powers could.
like if you
with a $1.5 million car.
Really?
Like an older, grosser, poorly dressed, chubby like guy maybe would struggle, like because you'd just be kind of creeped out. But I feel like anyone who's like 20 to like 40 years old, who's just average looking, period, is going to be able to pull like really hot chicks with that $1.5 million car.
How expensive is it to be a sugar daddy? Like, what does it cost, right? Like, so,
Depends what you want.
If you've got some girl who's only with you for your money, right? Do you need to constantly buy her like $12,000 and $14,000 jewelry, or, like maybe you put her in a condo that cost $1,000 a month or something?
See, none of these things. No, absolutely not. No, it's a lot cheaper than that. You can get a girl for like a grand a month, something like that invested. Some shoes occasionally, totally. I know girls who have sugar daddy situations, and there's, a lot less money involved than that. I'm sure, like, if you're like, I don't know, some sort of Playboy bunny, or you're like the headlining stripper at a huge strip club somewhere that guys are drooling over, like an Anna Nicole the Smith situation. Like, yeah, maybe there's thousands of dollars in gifts and cash and apartments being paid for. But I think you could be like a 65-year-old good-looking sugar daddy driving your Corvette for $1,500 a month.
Just a regular hottie with no career prospects. So, she really appreciates the sugar daddy, and you can make it rain with like a hoodie at the mall and some shoes and stuff. And
well, no, not that.
Hoodies are like $75.
What? Are you crazy? Hoodie?
What do you got? See-through hoodies?
It's gonna cost you like $1,500 a month. You're gonna have.
What, he's just taking him to Orange Julius food court.
Anything you want. Yeah. Like to take her to Wendy's. The sky's the limit, baby. I'll carry the tray.
Well, not Panda Express, and if you do, only the 2 entree. Not paying for 3. None of the premium meats. Yeah, but I think Kyle's right. A lot of it's just a security issue, like wanting to feel that you're secure, not necessarily like I need $20,000 of this, or $10,000 of jewelry, something like that.
Yeah, I always hear like there's this Miss Howard Stern, not Howard Stern's wife, but like a contestant who won a beauty pageant called Miss Howard Stern. Okay. She's like this. She's retarded. Let's just start there. She's a retarded blonde chick who's really hot with like huge fake tits. And she was talking about her like sugar daddy situations, and it was like that. It was like
Howard's awesome,
thousands and thousands of dollars. And she was just a 10, just a perfect specimen, and retarded, which is a bonus, I suppose, in that scenario.
Not an actual retarded person, though.
I mean, they didn't test her very thoroughly. She didn't know a lot of stuff. She played a game called, I think she played Are You Dumber Than a Box of Rocks one time. I don't think she won either. That's always a fun game.
They've
play
been
a game
playing that game for 20 years, and the questions were always like right on the edge of hard. Like I'm trying to.
Some of them.
What's the capital of Utah?
Salt Lake City.
It is Salt Lake City.
But they would give like states like capital questions. I know what you mean. Like, are you smarter than a 5th grader? But they'd pick somewhere a little obscure.
They would say what is H2O? Like that might be a question. Like there were some.
No, they wouldn't say that. They'd say like, what is dihydrogen monoxide? And everybody'd be like, oh, tee hee hee. Like in the audience, like what adult? And then they couldn't answer it.
Yeah, the dihydrogen monoxide one is that like they always play. People are so stupid. Do you realize there's dihydrogen monoxide in your tap water? And it's like, oh, really? Is that dangerous? Cut people some slack. A lot of people aren't going to know that.
What's the 9th planet? Oh, there's only 8. Idiot. Like just mean. I hated that show. Are You Smarter Than the 5th Grader? I watched like 2 episodes, and it's just. I liked how it was just an excuse to embarrass people, but I didn't like how smarmy some of the 5th graders got when they got it right. Where it was like, I can spell cornucopia. It's like, yeah, because you had it on your Thanksgiving worksheet 3 days ago, asshole. You wouldn't know otherwise.
I've only seen Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader once or twice, and I crushed it, like, from home in my comfort and stuff. And I was like, dude, I should be on this show. Like, all of them, I was just like, pounding away on. Maybe
Teen Jeopardy. I usually own that pretty well.
Do you?
Yeah. Teen Jeopardy. I might not win Teen Jeopardy, but I would totally compete in Teen Jeopardy. I don't know if that's anything to brag about.
What did they ask differently? I don't even know.
They're easier questions.
Yeah. Today on Teen Jeopardy, we have 30-year-old Kyle Myers.
He's not 30.
They're asking questions about 80s movies, and you're just dominating.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, I like Jeopardy a lot. I like to watch and try to see how many I can get. Stern interviewed Alex Trebek a while back, and he was asking him like, how often do you like know the answers? And he said he oftentimes knew the answers to the questions unless it was pop culture. Trebek was an interesting guy.